Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to First Parish, Unitarian Universalist of Arlington.
We choose.
We choose.
We choose to be
A liberal religious community.
Welcoming.
Welcoming to all.
We encourage each other
on our spiritual journeys.
Support one another.
Through the changes in our lives.
And challenge the excesses
and injustices of our time.
Called to love.
To love.
To love.
And upheld by joy.
We live our faith.
You have made it. You have made it to this moment. You are here in this sacred sanctuary. Take a deep breath, settle your body. Christmas is upon us. Here at First Parish, we are people of many backgrounds and many beliefs. And many of us have different approaches to prayer. Whatever it means to you, I invite you to pay special attention to the stirrings of your heart and connect to a wondrous sense of love. Please join me in a moment of prayer. Gracious and loving God, God of many names and Holy One, seen in the eyes of one another, we have arrived. The preparation, the anticipation, the travel and to-do lists have brought us here to this quiet and holy moment. Some of us are a little worse for wear. Some of us feel a little beaten down. Many of us are shepherds seeking in unknown places, wanderers hoping for relief, imperfect humans aching for acceptance and grace. In this velvetry darkness, may we know we are enough. Even with our foibles, even with our missteps, we are loved. Holy One, may a spirit of benevolence move throughout our aching world. As we hear the ancient stories of hope in Bethlehem, may we remember that today it is a part of the world overwhelmed by violence. May no part of the world be forgotten. Spirit of love, may we each be activists for peace and justice. Spirit of comfort, our worries are nestled in the corner of a manger, our griefs cradled amongst the hay. Be with those facing illness, those with financial hardship, those burdened by loss. May we connect with the true spirit of Christmas to create communities of care that can house, hold, and feed one another. Christmas reminds us of radical possibilities. A moment of magic comes even when we aren't ready, even when loneliness or despair threaten to pull us under. The magic still arrives. That spark of wonder in a child's eye, the beauty of freshly fallen snow, the loving embrace of quiet. Gracious One, may we each be reminded of possibility, that the arc of the universe will bend towards justice, that an infant, all infants, might be blessed, and that love will break through. Let us linger with the prayers of our hearts for a few moments of shared silence.
When Sam was 3 years old, he attended a nursery school, which met in the basement of a church and kept its general supplies in the foyer of the restroom. Sam discovered this treasure trove one morning late in November. Therein was a jumbo-sized canister of red glitter. Enter a world of surprise. And oh, how we need surprises after this year. Our weary world is in need of rejoicing. On this night of nights, we hear again a story of old. For 2,000 years, people have told and embellished this improbable tale. Every plot twist in this story is predicated on the unexpected. An angel catches a woman off guard. The new circumstances of his young bride surprise old Joseph. Angels singing in a great chorus stun shepherds tending their flocks. And a very pregnant woman and her husband surprise an overbooked innkeeper. In each case, the surprised one initially feels doubt, fear, trepidation, before taking up the task ahead in creating a new way in the world. What if, like the characters in these tales, you were to open yourself, not to doubt and dread, but instead lingered in the possibilities of surprise? What if you considered all the possibilities like one slowly unwrapping a mysterious gift? The prophet Isaiah of the 8th century before this common era declared, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? Do you not perceive it?" So often we busy ourselves. We give our attention to things we think we can control. But what if you were to let your eyes grow wide with wonder? He was a rabbi with a shock of white hair and a white beard and twinkling eyes. Abraham Heschel is one of the greatest theologians of the 20th century. And perhaps no theologian took surprise more seriously than Abraham Heschel. He said, "Indifference to the wonder of living is the root of sin." Indifference to the wonder of living is the root of sin. Maybe so. He said, "Our surprise at evil and suffering calls us to lament and to act, and our surprise at goodness and healing gives rise to praise and thanksgiving." Abraham Heschel wrote, "Our goal should be to live life in radical amazement. I am surprised every morning that I see the sunshine again." We must learn to get up in the morning and look at the world in a way that takes nothing for granted. Everything is phenomenal. And to be spiritual is to be amazed, to be fully alive. In 1965, Abraham Heschel marched from Selma to Montgomery in a voting rights demonstration with Martin Luther King. The same march which saw the killing of 26-year-old Jimmy Lee Jackson from Marion, Alabama, a Unitarian Universalist minister, James Reeb from Boston, and Unitarian Universalist laywoman Viola Luizzo from Detroit. After the march, Abraham Heschel was at the Montgomery, Alabama airport, trying to find something to eat. A surly woman behind a snack bar counter glared at Heschel, his yarmulke and white beard making him look like an ancient Hebrew prophet. She mockingly proclaimed, "Well, I'll be damned. My mother always told me there was a Santa Claus, but I didn't believe her until now." She told Heschel that there was no food to be had. Abraham Heschel simply smiled, and he gently asked, "Is it possible that in the kitchen there might be some water?" "Yes," she acknowledged. "And is it possible that in the refrigerator you might find a couple of eggs?" "Perhaps," she admitted. "Well then," Heschel said, "if you boiled the eggs in the water, that would be just fine." She shot back, "And why should I?" "Why should you?" Heschel said. "Well, after all, I did you a favor." "What favor did you ever do me?" "I proved," he said, "that there is a Santa Claus." And after the woman's burst of laughter, food was served. Enter a world of surprise when tenderness intervenes. But ponder this: the surprise of a rabbinic Santa Claus, like so many surprises, is a challenge to trust life. It is an invitation to trust life and to grow beyond what we once knew. Opening ourselves to surprise is a starting point, a seed, if you will, and a life of faith is one marked not by fleeting optimism, but by an abiding hope, not by circumstantial happiness, but by a deeper and more profound joy. But opening ourselves to surprise takes practice, although maybe not for a child. Surprise is an orientation to life that needs to be cultivated over and over. Maya Angelou would say, "This is a wonderful day. I've never seen this one before." Three-year-old Sam and a jumbo-sized canister of red glitter there in the bathroom of a church basement where he went to nursery school. Yep, you guessed it. Upside down, over his head, all over the bathroom, and down the hall, and around the corner, and into the director's office. And before anyone could mutter, "Oh my, what a mess," Sam, hands in the air, laughter on his face, said, "You know what? You know what? There's Christmas in the bathroom." There's Christmas in the bathroom, and therein lies the message. Christmas and all incarnations of love and holiness are rarely found where we expect them. Instead, we find them in barns and bathrooms, in surprising places and moments, if we know how to see. So look again. This is a wonderful night. We have never seen this one before. This is a wonderful story. Let us hear it as if for the first time, the first surprising time.
We know by heart these stories of a cold world, unwelcoming in, the murderous tyrant, Mary on a donkey, escape. How cruel, how long ago, how far from what we mean to sing, O come, to the weary, the terrified. Mary's heart beating fast, her grip on the baby. The strains of it fill the shops, the streets, flow down rivers, cross seas, cross borders. The refugee mother kneels to change her infant in an open field. The shepherds gone, the angels quiet. Her safety now completely up to us.